All right. New overlay to get that nice little. Oh, I love it. It makes me happy. Yeah, there's fire. Let's go. Under the rule of a beautiful queen, the sacred town of Duan enjoyed a long time of peace. However, a sudden flash from above destroyed the land and all was burned to ashes. The beauty of the castle and the town, once crowded with people, was now covered in snow. One day, an adventurer set foot on this land. As the adventurer peered about the town of Duhan, there was an emptiness, a sadness. The adventurer began to roam the town, uneasy with heavy footsteps. And the tale slowly unfolds. So we have up to 7 letters for a name. And the big question is, am I making myself or am I making a muse? That is the first big question. What do you guys want to see? Anyone? Any input? Because if I don't get it, I'm just gonna roll a die, I think. Also, I wish I put up a stream marker earlier. Oh well. I'll just have to find it the hard way. I'll ask the Discord too. Because this is kind of a big deal. Alright, I got some responses. So apparently I'm making me. A race is one of 5 races that exist in this world. Each race has a distinctive specialty, such as dwarves who excel strength, and elves who are masters of spells. Human is a race with average parameters. They are capable of being any class without much flaw, but they have low faith. Elf, wisdom and faith are high, but their physical stat parameters are low, suited for classes that use spells. Dwarf, race with high power and faith. Due to their lack of agility, they are more suited to be warriors than priests. Gnome, a race suited to be priests due to their high faith and agility, but they are capable of being any class. And Hobbit, Physically inferior to the other races, but due to their high agility and luck, they are best suited to be thieves. I'm a human. I'm boring. I'm ordinary guy. An attribute is the tendency of certain actions that a being will take. There are 3 major attributes that can clash with each other. Good, neutral, or evil. I would be good aligned. Every character has a hidden talent that relates to their class. Battling strategies will differ depending on their class. There are several classes, such as those who handle swords, spells, etc. Ah, so I can do the re-rolling for stats here. Let's see if a number higher than 10 pops up. We got an 11 there. But I want to see if there's any of those, like, really stunning numbers that come up in other Wizardry games. Oh, do I have to be... Can I be a good aligned thief? No, I have to be neutral if I want to be a thief. Do I want to be a thief? Thieves can get sorcerer and priest spells! Excuse me? I love it, we're doing it. But I want to see if I could get some really good attributes first. $11's not bad, but can we do better? $12. $12's tasty. Can I do better than 12? I'll take the next 12 I see unless I get a better number. Oh, also, apparently I have a kind personality. Friends come before anything else. Hates to lose friends. Yeah, that sounds like me. Alright, we'll raise wisdom and faith. So that way I at least am decent in both types of spells. And we'll get some strength in me. And, boy. I'm gonna go ahead and be like a spellcasty thief. It's fine. I'll make it work. I have 12 hit points. I don't know if that's good or not. But it is good. Yep, let's go. Town. A cold wind ran through the demolished town of Duhan. And as the snow seemed to dance like white flowers in the wind, a ghost-like shadow faintly emerged. A man barely able to support his weakened body propped himself unsteadily on his sword. He looked as if he was wounded. Last night I heard a strange voice. A goddess of fate whispered to me that a savior shall arrive in this cursed land, and that person will end the chains of suffering for all eternity. So are you the one? I am not sure whether this is a good thing or not. Also, welcome home, Sage. His sarcastic laugh resounded through the town of Duhan. Do you really think you can gain what I have lost? If this is the case, I regret not dying before your arrival. I would have been able to die without that fickle goddess's notice. Very well. I assume my days are over. Follow me. I shall guide you to the tavern. You shall be able to find what you are looking for there. The white-haired swordsman disappeared like a puff of smoke. The swordsman said earlier that he'll be waiting at the tavern. He also said he was going to guide me there, but clearly I have to find my own way. The bar, Luna Light. The people here shall welcome your presence. Since their losses in the Flash, this place is flooded with people who are searching for what they have lost. It'll be a challenging task because some are looking for their dreams, some are looking for their loved ones, but in any case, they're precious memories to each and every one of them. They have not been able to retrieve those things after the Flash. It shall be your duty to fulfill their quests. Well, what'll it be? Why don't you just relax and have a drink? I didn't come here to get drunk. Me and my 12 hit points are ready to go adventuring. Also, thank you, Sage. I guess we'll check the quest list. Let's see. Kyo wants me to help him conquer his fear, and Ricardo wants to know what trust is. I've lost my pride as a ninja ever since I was faced with death. Will you help me to conquer this fear so that I can stand tall in battle? Sure, ninja. A ninja quickly pushed his way through the crowd and approached you. The swordsman said that you are recruiting people for your party. If that is true, would you mind taking me to the labyrinth? He was polite, but under his hood was a sharp look in his eyes. He introduced himself as Kyo Hattori. We ninjas have grown up to live a different life than most people. We've trained our bodies and minds throughout our lives to defeat one enemy. That enemy is fear. Fear changes people. I thought I had already accomplished that task. There should be no ninja who is frightened of fear. I'm scared of being scared! But I guess I never really met my true enemy. Kyo stopped talking. Although he did not show it in his expression, his subconscious brought back a dark recollection. I was no doubt a warrior until death appeared before me. I was laying on the ground, quietly awaiting it. My body was turning cold and darkness was nearing me. There was no feeling of ease, just darkness. It was the darkness of death that seemed to swallow everything. I feared for the first time in my life. If only my body moved. When I was miraculously rescued, I was no longer a warrior. I had turned into a coward. I lost everything instantly. Kyo stopped talking. His reluctance kept his mouth tightly sealed. And then he starts talking again. Please, help me regain my pride as a ninja, the pride that I have lost. I just need another chance. I've never been much help to anyone, but I'm willing to do anything for that chance. Cool, you're a warm body. A brief tip on his personality from a staff-wielding fairy. He has a strong sense of justice. He would be a dreaded opponent to anyone who goes against him. He also has the composure to be kind to those who are not hostile. So if you battle monsters that are friendly, you will be hurting him. He has way more hit points than I do. I'm stunned that you can be a good aligned ninja in this game, because typically ninjas in the Wizardry series are evil. Help me believe that trust is an integral part of adventure. I know it's an odd request, but it's important to me. So you've accepted my quest. A warrior approached you. He started speaking, without introducing himself. I want to know if trust is actually useful in an adventure. I know it's an odd quest, but it's important to me. His name, somehow I learn, is Ricardo Dorefes. He mentioned that he has been as far down the labyrinth as the 3rd floor. I used to be in another team before. That's where I learned that people work individually after all. They wouldn't help. Oh, if you lost your life, they would probably just say that you didn't have enough ability. Ricardo looked uncertain. He continued to talk with a wry grin. Yeah, it was on this one mission. One of our party members was caught by a monster. I hurried to help him. He's one of the guys I got to know pretty well. Couldn't just let the darn beast eat my friend. Guy lived, but... Ricardo stopped talking and smiled weakly. My careless actions caused the failure of our mission, so I was let go. Team leader told me that trust ain't worth shit. But I don't think so. That swordsman said that you are different. So I have a favor to ask you. Show me if trust is really useful in battle. If you are the kind of leader I've been looking for, I'm willing to sacrifice anything. Cool. Well, welcome to the party, Meat Shield. Oh. He is full of kindness. He values camaraderie more than the thrills from an adventure or battle. You will lose his trust if you act in a way that values your selfishness more than your comrade's life. He also has way more hit points than I do. So that's it? There are 24 quests all? Alright, party. Ooh, okay. We're gonna... We're gonna put me behind Ricardo. Because... reasons. And that reason happens to be a throwing knife. Wow, you guys have way better stats than I do. Let's see, 19, 19, and 20 is 58. Whereas 30, 50, 67. Oh my god, your stats are amazing! No wonder why I feel so damnably weak. This better not be one of those games where I'm just a sidekick. Trap practice? Oh, this is how we disarm traps in this game. Okay. I can only be on 3 quests at a time? Amazing. But hey, at least I have 1,000 gold and we have basic items to start with. That's a good start. Or is it? Let's go check out the guild. Was I just imagining, or... A brawny warrior approached you as he whispered to himself. About the white-haired swordsman that I saw outside. He looked like one of the Queen's guards, a knight to the Queen. Rumors say he died during the flash. I must have heard wrong. The warrior tilted his head in doubt, then showed a friendly grin. I've only seen him a few times because of his social status, but no matter how much his appearance has changed, I would never mistake those cold blue eyes for someone else. Besides, he's like a god to warriors like us. The warrior looked puzzled because he didn't seem impressed with what he said. Huh, don't tell me you don't know. Did you know he's the father of Allied Actions, the technique used by the Queen's Guards? Never heard of it. I was flabbergasted when I first saw the Allied Actions. I've seen many teams with superior individuals, but the Guards' way of fighting was fundamentally different. The way their teamwork flowed and the various deadly blows, Watching them work in sync, it seemed as if they were a single creature. Many warriors are trying to include allied actions in their strategy, but I've yet to see any team execute them as well as the guards. That is why I ask you that if the white-haired swordsman is a Queen's Guard. So, I was hoping for him to teach me. Maybe you should ask him to teach you the next time you see him. See you around. There's something I want to say. You can change your name and class at the guild, but I don't intend to give up my name or class. You'll probably notice in the register that I'm not even in there. I think there are others like me too. I want to live the rest of my life with the same name and class. So basically, that's the game unsubtly telling you, hey, us pre-mades, don't mess with us, because it ain't gonna work. So I wonder if this means that I will have the okay to make more characters later. We'll just have to find out. We should save. We're gonna save. Save the game? Yeah, and we'll rewrite this one. That's fine. Oh, let's go to temple. In the midst of a song-like prayer, a group of adventurers kneeled with their heads bowed. As the prayer became more intense, a warm ray of light filled the room. The ashes on the altar slowly formed into the shape of a man. After opening his eyes, he sat up with a confused look. The adventurers let out a holler of joy and embraced the man. "You fool! Don't you dare try something like that again! You're lucky that you were able to be resurrected. If it failed, you would have been gone forever." "Yeah, that's right. Of course I'd like the treasures, but you're more important than that." He showed a bashful smile as he heard his comrade's words. That's a cute way. That's a kind of light, heartwarming way in order to, you know, get the point of resurrection across. Nobody needs anything, but it's nice to see it. Cool. Lodgings? Haven't seen you before. Are you in town to look for the secret treasures of the labyrinth? I have an interest in the labyrinth. After the Flash, many adventurers have been attracted to the labyrinth. I heard there were secret treasures hidden deep inside. There's a rumor that whoever is able to get those treasures will be granted any wish. The Queen is encouraging people to the labyrinth for her own greed? I'd be very disappointed. Many adventurers have lost their lives searching for the labyrinth. Priestess looked uncertain. She was dissatisfied with the Queen's scheme. I don't think the treasures are worth anybody's life. If it gets too dangerous in the labyrinth, I would recommend coming back to rest. Sleep will prevent you from getting ill. It's the best way to heal your body. It will also help you to develop attributes. A famous sorcerer once said, "We develop while we sleep because we meet with God in our dreams. So you need to value life. If you die, you'll never be able to reach your goal." So basically, that's her way of saying, hey, if you want to level up, you gotta go to bed. No big deal. Let's just go night-night and get all our HP and whatnot. But we're 80 XP away, so we're not doing that. You always level up by using your pillow. And we've got a shop. Let's go to the shop. A customer is already inside the shop. There's some commotion going on. Only 10 gold for this shield? You just said this one is magical. Oh yeah, and it was appraised as being magical. And a darn good shield too. Then it should be worth at least 1,000. Nah, 5,000 firm. Now don't be such an amateur about it. You know the rules when it's not appraised beforehand. You've always known that anything unappraised is a straight 10 gold. You con artist, you're just taking advantage of the situation. Just because you're the only one who can appraise and lift curses. Forget it. Sorry for the trouble. She turned her back towards the shopkeeper after waving her hand. Oh, you were watching? So embarrassed. He's a really big, greedy scumbag. What a big difference from his wife who will make magic stones for free. If only I knew a bishop. Then I wouldn't have to go through this trouble. Let me just give you a word of advice. You're gonna need money to spend at this shop. She sighed and left the shop. What do you need? Ah, make spells! This must be my first time. Yeah, I want to learn spells. We make and separate magic stones here. And what can I do for you? Make material. And I suppose... And I don't have any magic stones that can be separated. I'm excited because making magic sounds way more interesting than just, oh, I leveled up, I learned it. Let's see, what do you have? All the basic stuff. And I can't afford any of it. Awesome. Robes, leather armor, chainmail, chestplate, plate mail. I could afford a small shield. Gauntlet, helmet, robe, yeah. Decorative charm, cloak. That's all you've got. I both loved and hated the license system in Final Fantasy XII, so I can understand that. Alright, so we don't really have anything... Oh, wait. Can I buy, like, frickin' potions? Do you have just regular-ass items? I need potions. You don't have potions. Oh, that's a problem. That's a scary. We're gonna be going back to the inn a lot. All right, it's fortress time. It's Master, these here. Uno, dos, tres. Why am I counting in Spanish? There'd be three of them. So you finally come with the ones you've met. 3 is a mystical and superior number. Since ancient times, it has signified a new beginning. Even if each of you is powerless, you will be able to overcome many difficulties with a combined effort. But you will need trust for that. Without trust, even the strong won't stand a chance to live. It is not something that you can develop overnight. Only time and hardships together can create trust among you. Now, he looked fixedly at your party with his piercing blue eyes as if he were trying to search for something. Alright, the labyrinth is ready for you. I'll be waiting ahead inside. Don't you dare die before you reach me. I's Casta. I's be waiting too. I see you later. What a strange guy. There shouldn't be any qualifications needed to get inside the labyrinth, especially since the Queen is encouraging people to go there. In any case, he doesn't seem like a bad fella. May turn out to be fun after all. You may be right, but we need to build a good reputation first. Once we have a good reputation, others will want to join us. And then, that should help us more with our adventure. There's no need to rush things now. Besides, there is some truth in what he said. We're gonna have to enter the labyrinth anyway. Why don't we just hear him out for a while? Sure, I guess we could. Alright, let's get going. Do I finally get control? Alright. Why do I have a stamina bar? Damn it. That damn hobbit. I'm gonna strangle him. This ain't no sword that can kill anything. It's just a plain sword. Kobolds are shouting at each other in the distance. What are we gonna do? We used all our money. Miss Virgo is gonna kill us. The kobolds are approaching you. What are you looking at? Out of my way! Or else we'll eat you for breakfast. Oh, I got it. Let's get money from these guys. You're a genius. Kobolds have attacked you. Oh, jeez. Good lord. Oh, 80 XP for each of us. We're gonna go back and level up. First combat, let's just leave and level. It's fine. Yeah, you remember that, doggos. Kobolds ran off with their tails between their legs. A brief lesson on leveling up. For those who reach the required XP, the status panel on the bottom of the screen will illuminate. When your status panel illuminates, try staying at the lodge. After you stay at the lodge, you should be able to notice that your characters have leveled up. Well, we're all illuminated. Time to go back after a single combat. Excuse me. Lodgings, here we go. Oh. Yeah, it's yelling at me to level up. 150 gold. Wow. Okay, so I have to make money to level. Oh, that is way different. Oh, that's a thing. That's a big deal. Wow, trying to get like a few extra skill points or attribute points at the beginning of the game feels completely pointless now. Wow. Well, okay. For agility. All right, so maybe this it's going to be an interesting thing. Because Atlas did kind of get their hands on this game, so who knows? Who knows? It's time to go explore the labyrinth proper. Let's see if we can get to the point where others want to join us, or we at the very least get another character. Or the ability to make characters. Oh, you see combats? Is this a combat? It is. It's a rogue. All right. Thief's blood. Thief's blood. Oh. Combat will seek you out. And what the fuck? Wow, this... She has a lot of hit points. Alright, we're going back to sleep again, I guess. Actually, no, it's 150 gold. Well, there's 59 of it. Like... Ricardo, don't you have a healing potion? Well, it's something. Oh, that hostile knows I'm here. I'm gonna have to get used to that. You'd have to get used to being able to see combat. Also, damage seems really consistent. Oh, never mind. Ricardo dealt 17. So does Kyo just always hit for 13? Nice misses. Do I always hit for 10? Does Ricardo always hit for 17? I mean, fine. Open that treasure chest. I'll open it. Transfer potion. The hell's a transfer potion? Thief's Blood raises agility. This allows you to get out. Oh. Oh, that's a lot. This could be bad. I have a feeling the Harpy's gonna be the biggest threat. Or not. Alright. Though the Harpy didn't do much, I was technically correct. Oh, the power just went out? Well, welcome back. An unidentified axe. That seems like a good item to give to a warrior. Open that chest. An unidentified cloak. Oh, something. It's a bunch of orcs. This should be fine. Because orcs are surprisingly weak in this game. They also apparently are not accurate. Decent XP, though. Alright, I will meet the combat head on. That's a frog. I wonder why the ninja always gets 2 hits. Or it seems like he really commonly gets 2 hits. Not that I'm arguing, it's good, reliable damage. $190 XP, goodness. Oh, they don't want to fight? Fine. The instant you entered, there was something different about the room. Yeah, I was in it. Several boxes were lined neatly to form a desk, and carpet was rolled out as to welcome guests. The room contained a scent of liveliness, something that did not exist in the labyrinth. The map is green here. There is a wooden box. Alright. More bubble slimes, it's fine. I'm waiting for this game to spontaneously decide it hates me. Like, I saw the kobolds nearly killed the ninja in, like, 1 turn, and thought that that was going to be the flavor of combat I was going to be seeing for the entire game, but... How funny it is to have, like, the tutorial fight be the scariest fight. We're almost leveled up. Open that treasure chest, baby. Slime goo. Sorry, but can you wait a moment? I'm ashamed to say, but my legs won't stop shaking. Almost lost my life just up ahead. Hi, Fenris. Well, I know it's all in the past, but I still can't seem to forget that fear. I'm gonna encourage him. Sorry to cause unnecessary worry. Don't worry about it. We're a team. Hey Jason, don't you think we should go where Kyo almost died? If you keep avoiding that place, you'll never be able to recover from your fear of the past. So, where is that place? If we keep going straight ahead, there should be an altar in a snowy area. In front of the altar is where I was laying. Got it. Snowy altar, right? Then what are we waiting for? Straight ahead, into this wall. Oh, we got a rogue. The rogue might be trouble. Except we scored a surprise attack, so we might be okay. Never mind, we're fine. Oh, I see. It didn't get a turn because it was just trying to walk forward to the front row. Well, Ricardo and I have leveled up. Nice miss. I guess that was just an assassination. That's fine. Open that treasure chest, baby. A broken sword. Wow. What treasure. Unidentified axe. And a bunch of orcs. Almost enough XP for Kyo to level up. Oh, there's a treasure chest. Another broken sword. Hot garbage. Oh, I see you over there. Transfer potion. We can leave. We have 3 potions with which to just up and... Oh, you're aware of me. Okay, I will face you. You just wanted to come say hi. They're just like, hey, hi. Hi. Okay. I just heard a door open. Unidentified shield. It's right here. It's lying here by the altar. Kyo walked slowly towards the altar. He gazed at the cracked and worn altar. The writing is not very good. As frightened as the cold and fatigue numbed my senses one by one, the sharp claws of death held me firmly as it tried to pull me in the darkness. I struggled. I desperately pursued the light in order to fend off the darkness. I tried to recall the bright memories I felt in my life. But I had nothing. I was always alone in my memories. Not even a memory of a friend filling my mind with nostalgia, or a loved one who warms my heart just by the thought of her. Okay, so we know that Kyo's straight, and this is like this is kind of an emo story. No, I had nothing. The only thoughts that existed were of despair and regret. Kyo lightly brushed the snow off the surface and walked back. Since then, I've been plagued with nightmares. I thought if I returned to this damned place, my fear would return to haunt me, but in reality it isn't. All I see is a chunk of stone. Maybe I was wrong. Death cannot be overcome. It is a fate no one can escape. And trying to fight death may just be useless, for darkness is always buried within my heart. I'm afraid I have wasted your time. Why is this red? Why is that space red? Why is that space also red? Oh, we got a rogue. Get wrecked, son. We'll open the treasure chest. It'll have something useless. Oh, Thief's Blood. That's not terrible. I want to get enough XP for Kyo to level up, and then we're going to head back to town. Wow, he missed. Alright, that's what we need. There's something engraved in the wall, and it looks like writing. And this is what it says. To go to town early, use a transfer potion. You'll be there instantly. The mighty warrior Odom. Thanks, tutorial scrawlings. Imperial quarters. Oh gosh, what should I do? A priestess stood bored in the room. Huh? You're the one we met at the lodge, right? Are you here to get a pass also? I just stopped by. Since the labyrinth is governed by the royal family, you won't be able to go down the labyrinth without a pass. I was pretty sure this is the room to get a pass. I've been waiting for a while, but nobody's shown up. What should I do now? Party members I hired just took their money and ran. It totally sucks. Looks like you don't even have a priest with you. How about a deal? If you allow me in your party, I think we'll both benefit from each other. Yeah! Okay, we've got a deal. I'm Sarah McDuff. What a not fantasy name at all. I mean, Sarah's okay, but McDuff is not. Alright, so view party, and we're going to we're gonna alter formation. Actually, what is Sarah wearing? A priestess with a throwing knife who can cast a spell. Does that mean you use it as an item? It has more, it dramatically increases her wisdom. Oh, this room is safe. I can tell because it is green. There's some barrels. There's a letter on the wooden box. Can I read the letter? Well, you know what? We're still gonna go home. Hey, 4 of them, 4 of us. Maybe we'll win this fight in 1 turn instead of 2. Ow. Nope. Sarah only hits for 6. And it's a very amusing whack. Spell. Priest spell. She can heal or harm. Handy. Slime's goo. Oh, more goo. I'm sorry, but ooh, something about just the bat. Oh, and we're getting slightly less XP now. It is split. I get it. Pixie is probably a threat. Or not. Oh, the heal spell is a good heal spell. Good to know. $120 XP. Treasure chest, we'll open it up, and we will get an unidentified cloak. I wonder if I have the money to identify these things. It's a rogue. Kyo was just like, nah, fam. Yep, okay, so. Oh, I like the little detail that they remembered, like, the empty treasure chest there. That door kind of creeped me out a little bit. I couldn't open it myself, but something wanted to get out. Oh, 1 whole damage. I was thinking to myself, boy, it would be really amusing if these orcs just hit, like, absolute trucks, but, like, had practically no accuracy, but no, just 1. Down we go. It's time to take a nap. Besides, we've got good money. $50 gold a person, that's fine. Wow. The amount of stats you gain upon leveling in this game is mind-blowing. 7 hit points is really good. I still only got 3. 4 wisdom. 4 agility. Like, do you want me to become a mage as well? Is that what you are trying to impart upon me, game? That is what I am picking up. All right. So clearly I haven't finished that quest. I don't think there's anything new. I guess I can go to the shop. We'll appraise some unidentified stuff and see if anything's worth it. It's a hand axe. Yeah, why not? It's an upgrade. 170 gold. Yeah. Low accuracy, but inflicts large damage. Yeah, we'll give it to Ricardo. He's gonna be angry Axeman. That's an expensive thief. I can equip it? I can equip it? Well balanced that even a thief can equip it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yes. Want to equip it now? Hell yeah, I do, my guy. And then let's see what that last cloak is. Yep. Normal cloak. Your defense is 1. We are going to improve that right now. Yes, I do want to equip it. Now it's time to sell things. You're gonna get... Okay. Yo, that's a lot of money. That's way better than I was expecting it to be. Oh, I'll get rid of the Thieves' Blood. Hell yeah. We got some money, baby. Yeah, let's make Sarah a little tankier. That even a bishop can equip. Okay. So we're gonna let Sarah be tanky, I think, is what we're gonna do. Awesome. And then we can sell off some old gear. Yeah, no, we're good. Awesome. Still can't make any spells, but that's okay. Alright, so we made a little bit of progress, and we're gonna go exploring around in the dungeon when we come back. Almost to the goal, $15. Thank you so much. That's amazing. We are 75% of the way towards bonus birthday stream number 3, and there's going to be one more goal after that if we happen. Why does that say 2 days to go? We actually have longer than 2 days to go. Today's only Tuesday. We actually have like 3 more days to go. I'll fix that later.